When you've made this project, because we have spoken about this project, was there an element of fear in how people respond to it, or anxiety, or?
Definitely, I was definitely anxious. I was nervous. Because this project, it was like, it's all about honesty and being free. And for a long time I thought, okay, people aren't going to accept me for being free and honest, and this is me 100%. And then, you know, over time, it's like, I didn't care what people thought or were going to think about it. I just wanted people to hear it, and I wanted people to feel. Like, when they heard it, I wanted them to just feel something. And now I'm at a place where I'm not afraid to fall on my face, because I have. Like, I was Miss Brat, and I had to live with walking down the street and people saying, oh, what happened to you? Or people tweeting like, oh, Miss Brat fell off. Like, I had to live with that. I had to go and get a job, like my first job in life, away from music. And now I'm like, I'm okay with failing. It's fine. So people may not know, I signed with Sony a year ago. They haven't financially helped me at all. I knew I wanted to put this EP out. I knew that this was the first step to coming back into the industry. And I didn't have any support behind it. So I went and looked for a job so I could pay for it myself, like pay for the mixing, pay for the mastering, pay for the videos, the photos, everything. Like, that was my drive to go and get a job. So I just searched online for something that I was interested in, marketing, and I applied for a job like a normal person. And it excited me that I found life away from music. Like, I got to experience it. That was exciting. It was new. It felt good.
I think it also shows that there was a purpose of you wanted to almost own the vision that you had for yourself, and you understood that to do that, you have to do what normal people do.
Or normal people.
Well, not when people away from music.
Yeah.
To find that's the thing that still is a passion and a dream for yourself. But that portion of, there's a lot of front element in music.
Yeah.
Everyone's rich. No one's going through problems. And like I told you, yesterday I was talking to someone about, mental health. Did you ever deal in this time that you've been in the industry with any form of depression, or have you felt depressed? And at what point did that come about?
So many times I felt depressed. I guess the main event was when I stopped doing music. And I was still Miss Brat, but I was nobody. I'd fallen flat on my face. And I was depressed, like I didn't know what I was going to do in life, because I left school and went on a TV show, got my first deal with a major label. I did not know anything other than music. And I went into a dark place, a really dark place, and it took me a while to get out. But luckily, I had my mum and I had really good people around me at the time.
When you go on that journey of trying to understand things, what surprises you of what you didn't know then as to what you now know?
I think just seeing on a wider scale of who's actually interested in you and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Like, before, I would have no idea what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And that's in terms of the way I'm marketing myself, or down to a tweet. Like, it's so in depth, you can really look into your analytics, like who's your core fan, like who your fan base are. Like, you might be on a label and they might think they know who your audience are, but they really don't. And when I say who your audience are, like, what are their interests? Like, what are they into other than you? Like, where do they live? What do they do? You can really get to know them and tap into that. But we don't.
And like you say, and you test things out.
I do.
Like when you did your, just even for the EP cover, You got, was it over 100 retweets or whatever? Or was it?
Well, yeah, so basically I said, okay, give me 30 retweets, and I'll give you the track listing of the EP. But I said 30 retweets because I have no idea out of my 50,000 followers how many are actually engaged with me. But you won't know until you put a tweet out and try. So from that, I had over 100 retweets. And I was like, wow, like you guys are still engaged after 3 years. It's ridiculous. It's beyond me, like, it's crazy. I'm at a place where I'm just like, fuck that, I'll do it myself. You're not going to do it for me, I will do it myself. I'll do the research. And I've gone away and I've done that. Because I believe, better is a book than a well-built house. Which is true. You can have a sick situation. The situation will end. You're left with nothing. But if you've got the knowledge yourself to go and do that, you create your own situations. When they end, you go and create a new situation because you've got that knowledge.